Bible speaks of grace in terms of a sphere or a measure. Grace that is personalized, stylized with your name on it. We, however, will not boast without measure or beyond our measure, but within the limits of the sphere that God appointed. That's the sphere that especially includes you.
To the Spheres session this afternoon. If you've ever opened the Bible and read it from the beginning, you'll notice in the book of Genesis, right at the beginning, the very first verse, it says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, 'Let there be light.'" Let there be light, which I find fascinating because before we get to day 4 and 5, before the sun, before the moons, before day and night, God says, "Let there be light." He says this light is the light of mankind. We're all different colors, different cultures, pale face, red face, pink face, maybe multicultural. But this light, we are the shine this light. Jesus actually said, if you look about the first message, this famous one, the Beatitudes, when he's up on the mountain of Beatitudes, he tells the whole crowd, "You are the light of the world." And we're not meant to put that light on a hill under a basket. You're meant to have that light up on a hill, shining for everyone to see. God saves us out of different spheres. We may be in the sphere of business, we may be in the sphere of education, in family, in government, in arts and entertainment, all different spheres. God saves us out of there, and we think sometimes our job is to come in here and hide in the church. But the whole reason he saves us in our sphere is so that we can remain and be a light in that sphere. He takes us out of darkness into light so that that light can shine in that sphere. The mission statement of Hillsong Church, Pastor Brian, Bobby, many years ago, they wrote it. It's actually phenomenal. The mission statement is to reach and influence the world by building a large Christ-centered Bible-based church, changing mindsets and empowering people to lead and impact in every sphere of life. In every sphere of life. To reach and influence the world. You start thinking about the world. I mean, what is the world? I think a lot of times we think about the world globally. We think about it geographically. So we think in context of countries and nations. We're here in New York City. We're in the United States of America. You think about other cultures. These days, Christianity has brought the world very small, and so we know people in different countries. We know people over. I've got friends in South Africa. I've got friends in Germany. I've got friends in Switzerland. I've got friends in UK, in England. I'm from Australia. I've got friends in South America. And so the globe is large, and we think about it geographically, but to reach and influence the world, I can't reach all 7.4 billion people on the earth, but I can reach and influence my world, my sphere. And somehow the Bible and Christianity makes the world a smaller place. And so what we should do is not so much think about the world in regards to geography, but think about it in church circles where all of our churches, we have people that come from different countries, different worlds. So if you think about the church for a moment, the Bible says in the Message translation that Carl Lentz loves to read, Ephesians chapter 1, right near the end there, it says the church, you see, is not peripheral to the world. The world is peripheral to the church. The church is centerpiece, what God is doing on the earth. And so people come from all different types of cultures, different spheres, and we all come into the church for the express purpose to be trained up, equipped to be Christ-like and go back out and reach and influence our sphere for Christ. We come in, the church, she gathers. We go out, the church, she scatters. What we have done today in this sphere session is found experts in their sphere, in their field. And they are going to bring a shining light report about how they reach and influence their world, their sphere. Our hope today is that every single one of us that live life in a different sphere will feel encouraged, empowered, inspired after this conference to go home and reach and influence our sphere for Christ. Welcome to Spheres.